Alright everyone, you're welcome to the GTechie timetable generator. And so I'll click on this folder, timetable generator folder. Now I have two data. As you can see, the program is prepared in Excel. The program is prepared in Excel and Excel programming for that matter. It is programmed with macro and Visual Basic. Okay, so I'll walk you through the pre-filled data, the pre-filled timetable. This one I have done works on the timetable. Then I will now take you through the empty one and show you how to enter your own data. So let's open the pre-filled data. So this is my pre-filled timetable. Okay, like I said, I have done several works on this one. I have imputed subjects. I have, so let's see how it works. So this is the data analysis page dashboard. It is the data analysis dashboard. As you can see, there are two sections for the junior and the senior, and in the junior section, these are the subjects being entered. For the senior, these are the subjects being entered. Now this counting is done by the program. The counting is done by the program, and this is based on your activity on the timetable. It will be based on your activity on the timetable. So whatever activity you are entering on the timetable, this dashboard will be counting for you. For instance, you want to know how many subjects you have, how many times you have entered mathematics for GSS1, it will count it for you. It will tell you that, okay, you have entered 3 times, you have entered 4 times. And if you are supposed to enter 5 periods for mathematics per week, this is how you are going to know how many times mathematics has appeared on the timetable. The same thing with other subjects. Now your school may be a primary school. Okay, you can just split it to juniors, the junior arm and the senior arm, the lower primary and the upper primary. So this template is fully editable. I can just call it primary, lower primary. I can call this one upper primary. Then I will enter the subject they offer in the lower primary. I will enter the subject they offer in the upper primary. And as you can see on this dashboard, you can see that GSS1 has a number of subjects they offer. The same thing with GS2, the same thing with GS3. And you can see that the number of times these subjects appear on the timetable is even. So that is how you will know how many times you have entered mathematics, or let's say basic technology. Now that is how you are going to know how many times you have entered basic tech for GSS1, how many times you have entered basic tech for GSS2, how many times you have entered basic tech for GSS3. The same way it's applicable to the junior school, it's also applicable to the senior school. For instance, for biology, you want to ensure that you enter 3 periods each for biology every week. As you enter this on your timetable, this data analysis page will be counting your activity. So it will be very easy for you to just navigate to this page and see the progress of your work. Okay, now if you look at the top left corner, this is what you are going to click to get to the timetable page itself. So this particular timetable generator has 2 pages. One page for data analysis, as we are seeing, then the other one for the timetable itself. You can see this is the timetable. A lot of work has been done. This one is a pre-filled timetable. Like I said, I have done several work on it. I've imputed some subjects in it, and as you are seeing, this is just to show you how it will look. Okay, now before you start working on this timetable generator, you must activate the content. Now if you look at the top here, you can see my mouse is telling you security warning. It is telling security warning because I have programmed this particular timetable generator with some codes, and because of some dubious personalities, they can use these codes to affect your computer with virus. But you know what? This template is just safe. Okay, so what you just need to do is click on option, then you click on enable this content, then click on OK. All right, now that you have enabled this content, you can see the interface has changed. You are now having a broader view of the dashboard, a clearer view of the dashboard. Okay, so like I said, so we now look at the top left corner. We can see page 2. Click on that page 2. That page 2 is going to take you to the timetable template itself. This is the timetable template, and you can see there are pre-filled data in it. Okay, now there's nothing you are doing here. You are not typing anything here aside from the bottom of this timetable template, where you can just put some maybe any information you care to put, This particular one, I just put it there. They are fully editable. As if you look at it, I can clear it. So let me just clear this for you to know that it is fully editable. Okay, I've programmed it. So anyway, the bottom of it is fully editable. You can edit it, you can work with it. Like for instance, okay, so I think it is this portion. Let's clear this portion out. Okay, so anyway, but then if you double tap on it, you can see that it is fully editable. Can you see? It is fully editable. You can change the information that we have there. Why I'm getting some warning while I was trying to clear it in bulk is because I have programmed that this template should not be editable, because if anyone that doesn't know how to use Excel, if the person play around with it and is able to edit some programming part, it's going to affect the functionality of the timetable. Okay, so as you can see, once I double tap, I can erase and put my own information. Can you see? So it is fully editable. Now on the timetable template, as we are seeing, we have the timing. The timing is also fully editable. As you can see, the timing is fully editable, so you can edit the time as you wish depending on what is obtainable at your school. Okay, and the timetable is prepared in 9 periods. Now see, I told us that you are not typing anything at all on this timetable. So we have the GSS1 to SS3. Okay, now how do you enter this subject? It is with drop down, because you must have entered all the subjects you offer in the junior school and the senior school. So by the time you get to the timetable template, you just click on it and look for the subject you want to enter. Now entering of subject is by your own discretion. You determine what subject will be at what point. Okay, so after this arrangement, you can just come to senior school. Let's assume that we want to know how mathematics is distributed in the senior school. So I'll just come to senior school, I'll scroll up, I'll click on mathematics. So the timetable will help me to highlight how mathematics is distributed on the timetable. Can you see? The program will help me to highlight how mathematics is distributed on the timetable. So once I'm done, I can just clear the information. Let's assume that I want to check for biology. Can you see the yellow line? The yellow color. The yellow color is telling me how biology has been distributed on the timetable. Okay, so and if you look at the right hand side as well, it's telling me in this senior school, you can see that biology SS1 is once, biology SS2 is once, biology SS3 is once on Friday. Then on Thursday for SS1 we have 2 biology, as you are seeing it here. Then we have 1 biology here. So this particular place is also giving you analysis to tell you which day you have allocated for biology. Okay, and that is the same thing is obtainable for junior school as well. If you go to junior school, let's assume that we want to check for let's say BST1. See, the junior school is with green coloration. So the BST1, after selecting BST1 at this point, can you see find a subject on timetable? Can you see this point? Find a subject on timetable. So for the junior school, I've made it green color. For the senior school, I've made it yellow color. So you can see that the space for senior school is empty, but that of junior school is BST1, is set at BST1. I'm here, can you see my mouse? It's set as BST1. So once I click on BST1 at this point, the timetable will highlight all the places that BST1 has appeared. Okay, so I'll be able to know how the subject is being distributed on the timetable. And if you look at this analysis as well for the junior school session, I'm talking about this part. Can you see this part for the junior school session? We see that GSS2 have basic science on Monday, only GSS2. Then if you look at Tuesday, we see that GSS1 and GSS3 have basic science, 1 period each. So this one also will tell you how the subjects are distributed or how the teachers will be entering into their classes. So the next thing for us to do, having noted how this timetable program works, now let me take us to the empty sheet. Then let's do some real work so that you understand how to impute your subject and how the whole thing works. Thank you so much. Let's go to the empty sheet. Alright, so we are back to the folder where I saved the 2 documents. Remember the first one we just looked at was the pre-entered document. I have entered several information in that. So I just walk you through the workability of the timetable generator. Now let's assume that you have access to the empty document. So how do you navigate around it? So that is what we are going to be looking at this time. So it's rather than clicking on this pre-filled document, I'll click on this empty document. So this is the look of the timetable generator before you enter the subject. This is the look you are going to get. Remember, the first thing is for you to click on option, click on enable content, and click on OK. Then you maximize. So this is the full look of the timetable template before you enter the subject across the periods. Okay, now we are going to go to the data sheet shortly, but then before we get there, let's try to see if we can select any subject here. Can you see in the drop down is empty. There is no subject to be selected. Let's click on this place. You see there is no subject to be selected. Why is this so? It is so because we have not entered any subject on the data analysis sheet. So we are going to go right to our data analysis sheet and enter the subject as offered across the classes. Okay, so I'll click on this page 1 at this top left corner. Now look at our empty data analysis sheet. The one we looked at before was the pre-entered one. So how do you go about it? Remember, our subject list was empty because this place was empty. Okay, so we need to enter subject. Let's assume for our junior school, let's assume they offer mathematics. I hope you can see how I'm entering the subject. Enter mathematics. Then let's say English lang. I'm going to abbreviate that. Let's say basic science. I'm going to abbreviate that. Let's say basic tech. Let's say civic education. I'm going to abbreviate that. Let's say computer studies. Let's say what again? Okay, let's say social studies. Social studies, STD. So let's assume these are the subjects that is offered in the school for the junior class. Okay, now you see that this place there is no record yet. There is no information entered yet. There is no information entered here yet. Why? Because no activity has been carried out on the timetable yet. That is why this place is still very empty. The moment you start entering subject on the timetable sheet, then you start seeing records will be taken down here. This place is to monitor our activity, like I've said earlier. So don't be scared that why is this place empty. This place you'll start seeing numbers here the moment you start entering subjects on the timetable sheet. Okay, let's enter for secondary as well. Let's say they offer mathematics, they offer English language, they offer, let's say, physics, they offer chemistry, and they offer literature in English. What again? They offer history, and they offer geography. So let's just stop there. You can enter up to 25 subjects, and I know there's none of your classes that will be offering up to 25 subjects. So you have the slots to enter up to 25 subjects. So I never can tell. So, but let's stop here. This is just to show you how to enter your subject. So this is how to enter your subject. Now you see the analysis sheet, and the analysis column is still very empty. The reason is because we have not entered any subject on the timetable. So now let's proceed to the timetable. Let's start with our junior school. Let's proceed to the timetable to enter some subjects, and let's see if there's going to be counting here. Okay, I'm going back to page 2. So for GSS1 first period, let's assume they offer mathematics. Now you can see some subjects are now being enlisted. Let's say in the second period they also offer mathematics. So we can say that maths for GSS1 is double period on Monday, first period and second period. So we've entered 2 mathematics slots. So let's go to the analysis sheet to go and check if there is any data that has been recorded for GSS1. Wow, you can see GSS1 mathematics 2. Can you see here? GSS1 mathematics 2. That means 2 slots has been entered for mathematics. So you are the one to determine if for your school you offer 5 periods of mathematics class or lessons in a week. So this is just 2, and that was for Monday. So let's come to Tuesday. Let's go to fourth period and also enter mathematics. Remember, I'm clicking on the green color for GS. Okay, I think that's for GS3. I've just entered for GS3. So I've entered 2 mathematics for GS3. So let's go and check the analysis table sheets to see if these 2 records have been tracked. Can you see? GS3 is now having 2 for mathematics as well. So that is how you are going to keep entering for classes. Let's say English for GSS1 on Monday. Let's say English is a single period. So let's go to our data analysis sheet. Can you see English has been entered? English has been entered. Can you see 1? So that is how you are going to enter. Now remember that I'm just clicking the green color. Now if I want to start entering for the senior school, I'll start clicking the yellow color. Let's say for Monday first period, I want to enter physics. You see, and the subjects are different. You cannot see a junior class subject in a senior class list, and you cannot see a senior class subject in a junior class list. So for the senior class, you can see that the list we have here is the list that we have entered on our data analysis sheet. This is the data I entered. Can you see? So you can't see the basic tech, civic education. You can't see it in the senior class if I didn't enter them. Okay, so let's go back to our page. So I want to enter for SS1 Monday. Let's say their first subject is physics for first period. Let's say in 6th period, there another subject there is history. So let's see if the data analysis sheet has tracked these 2 activities that I just entered for the senior school SS1 on Monday. I've entered physics, I've entered history. So click on the page. Can you see it is now 1-1? So that means that this particular page is tracking my impression on the timetable sheet. Any activity I carry out on the timetable sheet, it will be recorded here. So it will be very easy for me to know how many periods I have entered and how many periods are left. Okay, so you can see physics 1 period, history 1 period because of what I have entered on the timetable. Okay, so that is basically how to enter information. So if your school is a primary school, you can just enter primary 1 to 3. That will represent the junior class. Then we have the senior class, primary 4 to 6, depending on what is obtainable at your school. So like I said, it is fully editable. You can change it to primary. It can work for primary, it can work for secondary, it can work for pre-primary. Okay, so now there is one more thing I want you to know before we finish with this session. Now I can enter as many subjects as I want depending on the available space made for me on the timetable. Okay, and the timing is also fully editable. I think I've covered that earlier. So now I want us to come to this particular spot that I've highlighted. This is another very important part of the timetable generator program. If you look at this place, it says select a subject on timetable. So if I want to check if I've entered mathematics at all and I want to check how mathematics is being distributed on the timetable sheet, I'll just come here, click on math. Now there is no yellow coloration at all. The reason is because I have not entered mathematics for any senior class. Can you see? Okay, let's do something. Let's go and enter mathematics for senior class on let's enter mathematics for senior class. Let's say on Tuesday for SS1 they offer math. Then on Thursday, fourth period, there's also math for SS1. Remember, I'm entering mathematics now. I want to be able to search. On Thursday, let's enter another math for SS1. So I've entered 3 mathematics for SS1 on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and on Thursday. That means 3 slots, right? So I'll come here. Let's search for how mathematics has been distributed on the timetable. So if I click on math, can you see the yellow color? The yellow color is identifying where mathematics has occurred for senior school. Can you see? So it means that it will be very easy for me to see the distribution, how mathematics is being distributed on the timetable. You know, if subjects are cumbersome, it will warn out the teachers. Okay, so you want to ensure that mathematics is properly placed so that at least there will be space interval for the teacher to rest before the next class. So this is what will help you to quickly know if mathematics is clustered together or not. For instance, I can as well enter mathematics here again. Once I enter mathematics here, it will be yellow. So I can come here again on Friday and enter mathematics here. Remember, all this mathematics I'm entering are for SS1, the first class in the senior school. SS1 is the first class in the senior school, and that is why you are seeing yellow coloration. So how many periods of mathematics do we have for SS1? There are 5 according to the yellow coloration that we are saying. Okay, let's go and confirm it on the data analysis sheet. Can you see? This is SS1. I've entered mathematics 5 times. So this particular page is counting in the impression, as I've said. So that is for mathematics. So let's come to junior school. So let me clear this. Cleared. So let's come to junior school. Let's try to find how many times English appear. It will be green. Can you see the green color? The green color is in third period of Monday, GSS 1. That means English has been entered just once. So, and you are the one to determine if you are to enter, how many periods of English lessons do your students have for junior class every week. Okay, if it is 5 times, that is 1. You can make this one double period. You can make this one double period, making 2 occurrence. Then I can come to Tuesday and enter English here, making 3. I can come here on Wednesday and enter English here, making 4. Then I can come to Thursday, first period, and enter it, making 5. So we have 5 appearances of English, and the green coloration, because I've selected it here. I've selected that I want to know how English is being distributed on the timetable. So that selection is why we are having, that is the reason why we are having a green color in 5 spots, as we see. Okay, so that is how it is. Now another thing I want you to know lastly is that if you check this junior table, here, you see that JSS1 are having English 2 period on Monday, 1 period on Tuesday, 1 period on Wednesday, 1 period on Thursday. This is the analysis you can also get from this timetable generator program, because it will help you to know the concentration of the English class. Okay, they're having more of English on Monday, then the remaining days they're having just one. So there are a lot of information you can get from this timetable generator program. Okay, and if you want to edit the name of the school, you just come to the page 1, you come here, you see this one is fully editable. So you just click on this page 1, then you write the name of your school. You just tap on it, then you write just like you edit every other cells in this program. Okay, so and if you check the bottom, this particular place is also telling you the total period that has been entered for that week. So because we've not entered all, this is just to show you how to input information. That is why we have 7. By the time you'll be through, you should be able to get a full page that shows how these things are done. So that will take us to the preloaded. So this is a pre-filled information. So this is how you are going. This is where you are getting to by the time you enter all the necessary topics, all the necessary subjects, and how they appear on a timetable. So this is a complete timetable. This is how it will now look. Thank you so much. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you are motivated to come to acquire this in your school. I hope you are motivated to have something this detailed and refined. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please use the comment section below. I appreciate your time. God bless.